Welcome, episode 19 of the Mirandus Farmer's Almanac. I'm your host, Xana, and co hosting with me is virtual Hammer Hammond. Continuing our series with a deep dive on the Mirandus buildings, this round we take a close look at the potion shops. How might they work as an owner? What kind of potions could we be making? How hard could it be to gather the materials that make something simple or even something a bit more on the rare side? So, a little something for the suggestion box? Let's jump in.
Feel it.
Right? Okay,
Hmm.
so let's get this started. So to
Let's
start
do it.
off, I wanted to, the spirit of Miranda's suggestions, throw in. I'll make sure you guys can see. If you can you see the stream?
Ooh, you got some visuals.
Okay, cool. So Odin put out a really cool suggestions, or in the suggestions about how giving monsters an age and starting at their moment of spawning to the moment they die, and an increase in potential drop base, like so the monster over
Ooh,
time grows in its life and can age, and how powerful he is, or as he ages he can have like increased drop rates or better drop rates. Or I just thought, check it out, read it. I thought it was a really cool idea. And then Jay Hughes commented on it too. And I've never played Shadows of Mordor. Have you guys ever played Shadows of Mordor?
I have not.
I haven't either. But he said like some of the orcs, like if they could land the final blow, they would level off of you, which I thought was kind of super cool.
Oh, that is kind of cool. Yeah, no, that's like from the surface. My first thought was the whole idea of farming monsters. So if you're only farming what just spawned, you're only going to be killing low-level monsters, so you're probably not going to be getting as much from it. Whereas if there's a monster, that's been out and about for a little while, and then you go and venture to kill him rather than killing all low-level things or the new things, you'd be much better off. So I like that. That's a really cool idea.
It is. I was like, imagine like one being there, like it's nobody's killed it for 6 months. What's it drop after that time? Where's it at in its life? Right?
Right.
It's just
Yeah,
next level thinking. So I thought that was like one of the
that's
really
so
cool
cool.
suggestions that was out there.
Yeah, I saw that in Discord and I loved it too. I gave it some emojis. I think that having the AI continuing to get better really fits into that whole in-game mechanic. So you could have, you could build lore and make that work with the AI. It's really symbiotic.
Yeah, it'll be super interesting to see what the AI can do with
hmm
with that game mechanic, no doubt. All
I'm
right.
super excited that the creature is just going to get tougher and tougher, which makes sense because
Yeah.
when I talked to McCarthy at Galaverse 2, he said that he never wants it to be so easy, no matter what level you're at, that you can just go in the forest and bonk a monster once and they're dead. Uh, and I'm really happy about that. I think that if it gets to the point where things get easy, I'm personally going to lose interest, and players that love tough challenges, I think, will feel the same way.
Totally.
Completely agree.
And then that
Make
flex too
Miranda's
of
hard.
make it hard.
Is that the meme we need to spread? Make Miranda's hard.
Yes. Just start hashtagging it
Yeah,
like
dude.
three
Yeah.
times a day out of nowhere.
That'd be great. All right. So we're doing our series of buildings, right? We're trying to do our best to break them down. Uh this round we're going to go with potion shops. Last time we did the archeries. I don't own a potion shop. Uh we brought on Virtual, who does own a potion shop. And then Hammer, do you own a potion shop?
I don't own a potion shop, but that was something that I wanted to pick up.
Dude. So let's just start with the types of bring this up, the types of potion shops here. So we'll start with the potion stands, right? So, and the price. I'd like to have a potion shop, but man, these things are expensive. Did you get yours at a good price, Virtual? Or when
Oh,
they first came out?
I've got 3 shops and 2 stands. I don't know. I mean, they're obviously premiumly priced. I actually got one relatively inexpensively this week in the spirit of the show. But yeah, I think I got one for 2.25 ETH.
So these were the first buildings that were put out, right?
Was it nice? Did not know that.
Yeah, I think either that or they put them out, and this was the most popular. So everybody snagged these up and sold the potion shop out first. So there's not a lot of, obviously you're making potions. So your 5x5 is basic potions are crafted and sold here. Then you have the 10x10, which is the potion shop. Potions crafted here have a variety of uses. And then if 10,000 for just the shop, man, that's insane for a 10x10. And then there's not even one for sale for the launch.
Yeah, that's the rarest. There's two
Yeah.
or three other buildings that are that rare. There's only 10.
Yep.
I know one guy that has one, and yeah, I don't expect too many of these to ever sell.
So yeah, definitely. Mythical potions prepared by the finest apothecaries are found here. So it just seems like different levels of what kind of potions that these shops can put out. I mean, it's hard to kind of break something down with like the vagueness of what we have here. But I don't know. So you've owned a potion shop. When you bought it and you thought about it, what is your take? Like if you used to break down how potion shops work, and what is you guys' take on that? Like we'll start with Virtual. What do you think these things are going to do, and how the mechanics of the potion shop might work? Do you have thoughts?
Well, first of all, as a player, I think potions have always been my favorite thing in any game. Now, as a investor, I think the potions are going to be highly used. I mean, the applications are endless, and we can talk about that. I really hope that the potion game, let's call it a game, is really wide and deep, And I think with all of these different things, the wider and the deeper the games within the game go, it creates a lot of opportunities for players, whether it's on the foraging side for herbs, whether it's alchemists creating things, whether it's the potion shop stand owners, all of the trade that can happen there. But yeah, I think it's endless. We can theory craft on the different types of potions. I think that it'd be great if there was a potion, first of all, that would buff every exemplar attribute even further. So imagine again, take every exemplar, they've got a bonus to different attributes. Let's create a potion for those players. That would be very cool. Probably obviously the most intriguing one's the mystical potions. What does that mean? And McCarthy said they're going to be very expensive. So those would only be used for the toughest situations. And
yeah,
that's exciting.
They're not for peons.
Yeah, I love it. So anyways, that's my general thoughts. We can dive deeper, but Hammer, what's your thoughts?
So I'm looking back through yesterday's chat right now because I'm pretty sure, and you kind of mentioned it already, but I think that Mirandus Master said something about potions aren't going to be for everybody. Only the wealthy people are going to be using potions. Am I crazy, or do you guys remember reading that?
I remember reading saying
That's accurate.
Not for peons.
Yeah, not for peons. There we go. No, but it's interesting because potion shops and jewelry, or potion stands and jewelry stands, they are the rarest of the stand buildings. So I think there's 200 a piece of those, whereas most other stands have like 600, I believe. So that's part of the reason why I believe that potion shops are so expensive. But I mean, typically in MMOs, potions and jewelry are really useful and have lots of power to them. So that's why they're a little bit more rare or more expensive. So it'll be interesting to see what prices are for potions in this game, and like kind of like what Virtual was saying, like what kind of bonuses do they provide? You know, will they give strength bonuses? Will they buff the exemplar bonuses? Will they give you speed? Maybe there's literally endless opportunities for potions. So it'll be cool to see how that works, and also how you get ingredients for potions. You know, will there be some sort of super rare 10 in the entire game NFT that you have to go try and find somewhere dangerous, and you can come back and craft maybe 10 potions with that one NFT, and once those are gone, it's gone forever.
So that gathering, that's like a whole other profession in itself.
It
So
is.
you could. Everybody talks about the herbs, right? And then going out and collecting herbs, but you could add so much more to that. You're talking about insects. You're talking about parts of monsters. Even things that come out of the earth, like I don't know, like some mud from this zone that's far away, or even that when we was talking about Odin's comment about that monster that 6 months after he's been in the game, and now he's able to drop this item that you need for this recipe. And that's how hard it is to make this potion. It's like you got to find this guy that's been here for 6 months that has not been killed to get that item. Like that would be extremely hard for a potion.
It'd be so cool.
Wow.
Make Mirandus hard.
Make Mirandus hard. Couple questions. So one is, will potions be blueprints? That's one question. And a second question related to that is, so basically NFT blueprints, just like the spells and other things McCarthy's talked about. The other question is, what if you just want to randomly start mixing things together? Unless you did get it right, would that work? So let's say you didn't have a blueprint, but you just started throwing things in a pot, mix it, and you get it right. Would that be an effective potion? So thoughts on those questions?
Yeah.
Yes. So I've got something. So in Elder Scrolls Online, that's a game that I have quite a bit of experience with. They've got something pretty much exactly like what you just said. So there's you can have hundreds of different ingredients for a potion, and you go to like this table essentially, and then you can craft potions there by adding 2 ingredients from it. Now, you don't have all the recipes learned. You can only craft the recipes that you've learned. And you learn recipes by using a blueprint, kind of like what you said. So, yeah, I mean, you pretty much hit the nail on the head of exactly how Elder Scrolls Online does it. So that's a fairly, I guess, straightforward path that they could go down and use like the blueprints, NFTs. I like that.
Yeah, I think one of those I was playing one of the Zelda games. I forget which one it's called, dang it. But it's one of the latest ones, and it was like that with the food. So you just mix all this food together, and here's the dish that you just made, like by discovery, and this is what it can do. So yeah, just the crafting to discover a blueprint or a recipe by just throwing things together and see what you come up with that's a cool twist.
It's a cool twist, and obviously one, it'd be expensive.
Yeah.
You'd be throwing, wasting a lot of ingredients. You might succeed like 2% of the time. And even with the failed experiments, it'd be cool if your XP as an alchemist would go up, because in real life,
Definitely.
one of my favorite things in the world to do is experiments. My company owns a lab, and we've done like 800 experiments. And yeah, there's a lot of failed experiments, but typically we learn a lot from those. So yeah, it'd be great that, again, even if you failed, you get XP, and if you get it right, then you unlock a blueprint.
Or, you could do something fun with it too. Like, even though it's a failed experiment, you do it and it changes your hair blue for 15 seconds or 30 seconds. Some kind of cosmetic feature where it's just like, oh, well, if I ever want to change my blue for 15 seconds, so you just mix these together, and it's just something that's just temporary.
That's fun. I like that.
Yeah.
I like it too.
So you guys can see the stream fine, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I wanted to show this. This is one of the screenshots from the playtest. So I see the bottle there. What do you guys think of the
Ooh.
bottle? Like,
You know what? I did not see. I did not catch that in the playtest.
uh,
First of all, I love the design. I want to drink that.
yeah, that's what I was like. Is this poison or what? Like, you don't know what it is. So this picture, like, catapulted me into a whole scenario of thoughts on the mechanics of potion shops. So it started with you get one bottle. That's it. So you get one potion. And before you have to go back to a potion shop to get it refilled. That was one idea. I didn't know if like you have multiple potions and they're in your bag, and then the thought went to, well, maybe forges can do glass blowing too, right? Just another thing, because I want to try to tie buildings into buildings. So you're doing glass blowing, and then you're selling the
That'd be cool.
bottles to the potion shops. But I kind of like the idea more of that. You have one bottle, you always have one bottle, and then you go to potion shops and you fill them up. And then I started thinking about the potion shops and what potions they can make to fill up. And what if potion shops can only do so many recipes based on how big they are? So like a stand could only do like, and you get to pick, right? The potion shop owner gets to pick what 3 recipes he is distributing at that time, like a healing, extra energy, and something else, right? And those are the only 3 he can do. But a different potion stand might do a different 3. So all these potion stands would be different. And then you get to the shops, and maybe the shops can make 7 different ones. And then maybe with gathering, like the resources that you gather to make the potions, there's storage for those resources. And you go into the potion shop, or you see it in the background of the potion stand, the resources that are gathered that have like a cap on supply. Like, I don't know, like somebody mentioned in suggestions having a net that you use to catch butterflies. And those butterflies would be used in potion making. And then you have storage for those butterflies. And that storage only holds so many butterflies. And then you can upgrade that storage to hold more butterflies. And then you can go into the potion shop and actually see all the storage that there is. Maybe there's like a lab, right? And there's like some sort of gamification for the building owner that they're using the lab and they're making the potions, and maybe it takes time to make a potion. So in 30 minutes you have to turn this nozzle and all this making of a potion, and it just starts creating like how much of the potion you can, how many bottles you can fill. Like you created 20 like you can fill 20 bottles with this amount. So your inventory is now 20 bottles of a healing potion, and then that owner would go in with their bottle, get it refilled, and go out to the world. And it would also like make them have to just like, would you be stuck in that? You like the potions this person has, so you're always hanging out in this territory, but you don't know where else to find that potion. Like it just forces an exploration. I don't know. My head just started going off the charts with thinking about just how the mechanics work in a potion shop, and then do you apply that to all shops where all these like foods, like you can only make so many foods, but but there's all these different recipes, but you can only hold this many, or the inventory can hold this many. I don't know. What you guys' thoughts? It's a lot. That's a lot.
No, I love it. And yeah, you asked a lot of key questions, I think, around the levels of the shops, which are, what level can the different shops buff an item to? What's the production speed? That's got to be gated by levels, meaning that, again, a stand, like I said, might be able to produce 20 vials a day, whereas a shop might produce 40 and a large might produce 150. So I think that gating the production speed by level is probably going to make sense, as well as gating the level and the potency of the potions. And one of my biggest questions, and if you watch the original Deeds in Building video that McCarthy did, he talks about display cases and that you can level up the display cases. So I'm wondering, well, let's take a stand. Can a stand max out their display case and somehow be able to sell or produce? And again, probably in a potion shop might not be the display case that
Might
you
be the
level up.
storage though.
It might be the pot. Maybe you're leveling up the pot that you're making.
Bigger cauldron.
Yeah, the cauldron. There you go. Something. But could a stand eventually produce the same potion levels as a shop? Could a shop produce the same potion levels as a large if they really maxed out the cauldron and they maxed out the alchemists and they maxed out the XP, all of these different elements? But I do want to say that it's incredibly exciting, I think, for players that they can go foraging and find herbs, sell the herbs, and I've got a whole bunch of questions around the herbs, which are plant cutting. So let's say Hammer finds a rare herb. Can you sells it to me as a farmer? I can grow that herb, which sells. It's really exciting, and I produce that. Can I then take that plant cutting from my farm, sell it to another farmer? But to me, the more game loops, the better, and the more rare wild herbs, the better. Because even I want there to be opportunities for, let's just say, low-level exemplars to make really cool money and kind of hit some bonanzas once in a while. Imagine, again, you're just a human, you rented an exemplar and you stumbled upon a really rare herb off a cliff, and you could sell that for $1,000 worth of materium. I mean, that could be a really, really good day for that player.
Absolutely.
So that's really exciting to me, and I hope that they again go wide and deep with herbs and levels. And to me, again, the wider and the deeper, the better. Go ahead, Jake.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Jake.
I had a little bit to add, not too much on that, but that goes into, so you were kind of talking about splicing, I think is the term. So like if you find something, maybe you could, or maybe my mind went to splicing, I don't know. But you were talking about finding a rare herb, and then maybe you could take part of that herb and grow more of it in your garden or in your nearby garden. I don't know, that could be kind of cool, but then you'd run into issues like with there only being 20 of those in the game out of an allotted period of time, because then you could kind of make that herb not so rare anymore. But maybe that wouldn't be a bad thing. I don't know. Be kind of interesting to see how that works.
I think farming the herbs could devalue your
For sure.
profession. I mean,
yeah,
it'd be cool to be able to make a lot of potions, but yeah, I don't know how that would work or not.
Also, go ahead.
All right, I would say that for the exemplar going out there hunting that stuff, and if like say a potion stand or a potion shop or the large potion, say a large potion could make 15, 7, 3, right? What the stands make 3. Like if you're limited on the amount of recipes you can make at a time, like that you could sell at a time, like you're able to only sell 3 potions. So you would make the stuff local in your area, that those herbs, but some herb that's in a far away area, somebody brings to you, and all of a sudden you're the only maker in that area that can make these type of potions, because this person went all the way out there, got that stuff that you needed, that from that zone another potion maker is making that in abundance and bring it to a place where it's not in abundance. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know if there's a good, like, this potion might be more expensive in this zone because it's just not found in this zone, but it's cheaper.
That's going to happen.
I could totally see that.
That's going to happen. I mean, it's just like when you go to a concert and they're selling you $10 bottles of water and beer.
Yeah.
They're taking advantage of the fact that that's the only option there.
Right.
And the travel limitations in Mirandus are really going to create some interesting price dynamics, because it might just be, even though it is more expensive, it's probably going to be cheaper than traveling all this time to go to another town and try to save materium. You know what I mean?
Sure. But yeah, even
Totally.
just that exemplar, bringing that back, man. I mean, that could be worth a lot more than selling it to somebody where it's abundant. Or yeah, so that travel time could be.
It's going to be interesting. Again, can a player, say Jake finds a rare herb, somebody buys it, farms it, and controls the entire supply of that one herb? That's going to be some interesting financial mechanics as well.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
cool.
And so what you guys just said, that kind of introduces a potential arbitrage opportunity to where maybe one zone has a certain herb priced at 50 materium, but another zone has it priced at 150 because it's less common there. Then maybe you can get a bunch of conveyor dwarves together with some voxes and buy up a bunch of that herb for 50 materium and then take it to the other zone and sell for 150.
Yep, exactly. So there's
Yeah,
an earning potential for just, somebody just got an exemplar and wants to earn.
Right.
again, the more economic mechanics, loops, mini games, the better. So yeah,
Absolutely.
make arbitrage a game.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally. Well, I had this question for you guys, and it was
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
different type. Like, all right, so what is some different potions that you can make that doesn't involve the exemplar powers? They can't be the exemplar powers. So, like, I came up with one like a high jump, like you jump higher, a potion that makes you jump higher for somewhere that you can't reach. What do you guys got?
All right. Well,
Maddie,
yeah.
you
First of
go.
all, some guys were talking about brothels. So there is a herb that exists in the real world called horny goatweed. So potentially a Wang, sorry, a Wang optimizer for fun nights at the tavern. No, I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness, I think a werewolf potion would be really cool. You drink it. It would
Ooh,
work only at night. Would last until sunrise. You could run faster, be stronger.
That's
Could not
amazing.
use normal weapons. And you could control wolves because wolves are part of the game. We know that. I think a werewolf potion would be really cool and exciting. That's my thoughts.
that would be sweet.
That
What
is
about you?
Yeah.
that is really cool. That would be really cool. Obviously, the large potion shop would be making that one.
Yeah, that's mystical.
Yeah, that's definitely not a common one. So if my mind immediately went to potions and other games, I know I keep comparing it to other games, but like, people have actually put a lot of thoughts into other games. So when I'm thinking of potions, my mind immediately goes to Minecraft. All right. But in Minecraft, there's so many different types of potions. You've got strength potions, you've got speed potions, you've got underwater breathing potions. Kind of like what you just said, there's a night vision potion, which I think would be really, 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 really nice in Mirandus. Having some sort of temporary see it and at nighttime. Let's see. There's attack. There's jumping potions. Maybe some sort of potion that increases drop rates would be kind of cool. Um, Maybe a potion that, and I don't think that they would do this in Mirandus, but another one in Minecraft is they do a potion that gives experience points. So maybe something that buffs experience points for a little while, but I don't imagine they do anything like that. But I think your typical attack, maybe defense, speed, stuff like that would be um, probably used inside of the game.
Right on. Yeah, I had
Here's
oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
All right. I had the DPS. It's like a haste potion. Like you can just swing the sword faster, or the energy bar just goes higher, or whatever. I had cosmetic potions, like I was talking about, like the blue hair, like or gives you a beard for
Right.
like 30 seconds or something. Um, I thought a familiar potion. So maybe this would be something like large or potion shops can make, where you give it to your familiar, and then your
Ooh.
familiar
Mm.
becomes giant and can help DPS no matter what they do. They just help DPS
Ooh.
and pull aggro even
Nice.
for like say 20 seconds or whatever.
I like that.
I had a fake death potion. So this is something like you would drink, and if you're at 10% health, you fake die. And so you lose all aggro, they think you're dead, and you've got 10% health actually left. But when you get back up, you just got to run away real quick, right? So it's just something that's like, they think you're dead.
That could be cool.
Yeah, it's an emergency. I'm just thinking, you have one potion out there in the world. This is the potion that you chose to use for whatever adventure that you're on. And a fake death potion might be something for like dungeons or something. I don't know. A ghost potion or an invincibility potion where, I don't know, again, maybe like 6 seconds, something's trying to kill you and they're just going right through you like you're a ghost, right? So you're taking no damage. And then, of course, I said the high jump potion. That's all I could come up with. Dude, coming up with potions was hard if you're not using the exemplar powers.
Definitely.
But,
those are great, but you're also bringing up a key point, which is time. And I'll add another piece, which is power level of the potions. So I think those are two basic attributes that could apply to every type of potion. But my question is, how layered will the levels be when we look at the alchemist level, right? What's their XP level? The Vox buff, the Landed buff, whichever other buffs. I'm sure there's going to be more buffs. And it'd be really cool if every potion was unique based on the buff level, the combined buff level of all those things. So you might it'd be the same potion, but one might last 3 times longer because the alchemist is maxed out, or he has all these buffs added together.
Yeah, just 1 second
I like that.
could be huge for one of those powerful potions. Like even the ghost potion of invincibility. 2 seconds of not taking damage can be huge.
And that would also create, again, I'm all about just creating really interesting economic opportunities for the players, and that way, anybody who's an alchemist is really motivated to try to max out their levels, to get all the buffs they can. And then even the potion shops can compete. Instead of selling the same generic, ghost fighting potion, now you've got, this guy sells one that lasts twice as long as that shop. So to me, those are really interesting game mechanics that create opportunity for the players.
Adds diversity, and diversity's, the more diverse, it can be really, really cool for the players. It's like something that they make and only they can make, or only a few people make, on top of only having so many potion shops, or that limit how many potions you can make. And then leveling up those potions, like you said, where maybe this guy's making a fake death potion that lasts for 7 seconds, and this guy's making the same potion that only lasts for 3 seconds. I don't know. Like throwing time into the potions, or how long they last.
Your times are freaking me out. These sound really short.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I played a lot of the WoW, and some of those potions, some of them only last seconds, 10 seconds, right? Like the haste potion, you're doing DPS faster for 10 seconds.
Right.
But you got other ones that last for 2 minutes, right? I mean, you could have healing potions that you just heal over time rather than all at once, and it lasts for 2 minutes or 10 minutes, or I don't know. There's all kinds of levers and variables you can play with potions. Sky's the limit on them, really.
Yeah.
But
it's super exciting. I mean, I just love potions. It's just, to me, again, as a player, it's just thrilling.
There's literally, like you just said, endless opportunities. Another one that I was just thinking about is resistance potions. So if there really are different, since there will be different magic types, having a resistance to each of those magic types would be kind of cool. Or maybe a resistance to physical damage, or just in general resistance to magic would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I would assume there'd be potions for any of the exemplar powers. There's potions that might exist for those, even if the time's very limited.
For sure.
But I don't know. We got anything else? Any kind of breakdown we're missing that potion shops could have? I would like to add this. I thought, when I first started thinking about it, I was talking about the glass blowing for forges, because they can do some kind of glass. I don't know if you need materials like silica and stuff, you add that stuff in the game. But maybe to going out, for the if like gathering like it's a profession itself would be gathering, but say to be able to get this goo off of this guy or saliva from a troll or something, you would need to have the test tubes. You would need to have test tubes equipped. And this
Ooh, yeah.
drop won't happen unless you have these test tubes to gather these samples to take back to the lab, or a gatherer might have. And then that's something that the forges can make, something out of glass, or maybe upgrades for the apothecary. If that's like a thing, like test tubes and bottles, and you need that stuff, they can do glass blowing. Just how other shops can get involved and intermingle with all these buildings as a whole.
Yeah, I love that. Again, create more economic, make Mirandus hard and give us more opportunities.
Dude, we need to make
Yes,
that a hashtag.
exactly. Hey, and we also, when we kill the Minotaur King, make sure we bring some vials with us so we can get some of his blood.
Definitely, right? To make the potion.
Make some cool buffs.
I want to inject myself with Minotaur blood. You know, I'm in.
Berserker. You're berserker.
Take a
for
shot of
week.
Minotaur blood.
All right. Well,
No, that's cool.
I guess we'll
That's
wrap
great,
it up.
guys.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up there. And in the comments, I'd love to hear like any suggestions that we might have missed, some potion ideas. And then I'm just going to throw, again, the link into the Discord suggestions for the team. I hope the team listens. And I don't know if we got it right or not, or if there's something they can pick and pull. The goal is just to make this game the best game that we can make and help them do that. But all right. Thanks, Virtual, for coming on. Hammer, thanks for coming on. As always, welcome anytime. I like to hear from everybody and everybody's opinions and stuff. It's nice to have a potion shop guy in here.
Yeah, and thanks to both of you guys for being content creators for this incredible game. It's the perfect game to theory craft because we barely know anything, and it's just both of you guys are great theory crafters. So I'm a big fan of your content. It was great to be here.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. Anytime you want to come back on. You got other shops? What else shops you got, anyways?
I have 160 plus shops.
Okay, so I'll just have you on for every episode, and you can like. Insane.
That's amazing.
Oh, cool, man. All right, we'll end it there, and I hope everybody enjoyed. Peace.
Take care.